Abangile Thomas checked his watch. And we are a go here at the King Zwelithini Stadium. Terrific match in prospect. The expectation amongst fans sky high, considering the kind of form that these two sides are in. And someone who's been anticipating this particular fixture is alongside me. It's a pleasure to introduce Dick Malisa. Jerome Karelse turned in fields where Dlamini has to stretch for it. Nemtajela, Makgopa with the flick. Mbule laying it off. In from Moremi and away by Arrows. Moremi will get another opportunity here. Mbule drives it. There's an offside against Makgopa, but what a hit from Sihle Nduli, who is certainly not a regular goal scorer and has never been over the course of his career, yet to find his first for the Buccaneers. That was impressive.
Yeah, when you see Sihle Nduli being able to take those type of shots, you must know that Orlando Pirates are pressing so high up the pitch, but what a good save there from Ngo, being able to save that one. But the Sihle, you normally see him in and around the center circle where he normally does his job, but because of Orlando Pirates pressing so high, that's where he finds himself, and such a great shot.
Sent Ngobo flying across goal to make that save. Nduli, this is Mbule, shoots, Mbule, dipping over the crossbar.
Good interplay from a very, very confident side. Orlando Pirates finding themselves in and around the box there. This time around, Sihle Nduli finds so much space. He created that space for him, such a quality player. It looks like he's going to play out wide. Goldenaro's defense shift, uses his input step. It was unfortunately not to hit the target, but those are the ranges that we've seen also Sihle Nduli being able to score from those.
Now they've become known as a team that are deadly from range. Now Ndaba, Moremi. Tsapang Moremi, threading it through. Ndaba, laying it across, can they stick it away? Not this time around, it's still in, it has been turned in. Well, it came by a deflection. Will it go down as Ndaba's goal? We'll wait and see, but it's a huge moment midway through this first half. Could that be his first ever senior goal? We just need confirmation it was indeed heading on target, and we will get that shortly.
Yeah, and it all starts with Moremi being able to find time and to be able to turn. And once he faces his own goal, look at the pass that he threads there, finds Ndaba as well. Yes, Namtenjela lost the ball, but Ndaba again trying to play the cross. I think the deflection from Gianni, that's the one that really, really directs it into the goal. But you need to be in the turn, those type of areas for you to cause any harm for the opposition. That's where Ndaba is, and that's where normally Hoto will find himself there. So they do have the same attributes as some of the left backs. See that touch there from Namtenjela really went off him, and also maybe that's the one part that's the one attack as well that really Ngobo couldn't actually hold on to the ball, that fell again from Ndaba to be able to have that deflection against Jan to be able to be inside the ball.
Makwele takes it well, drills it in. Oh, wide of the mark from Karelse.
They're slowly getting into their rhythm, Goldenaros, trying to overload this left-hand side where Ndaba is playing. Look at the Madonsela playing that ball. Look at Karelse finding himself in the box. They played a cutback knowing that they are attacking midfielders that will be able to occupy that space. They've tried that twice already. You can see that with Karelse getting inside the box, you can see it's something that they've done in training, something that they're used to, something that is impacted in their tactics to be able to do.
In the following fixture, beautiful ball from Mbule. No balls off his line so quickly.
Good work there being done by Ngo, being able to read the game, not just stay on his line, to play the sweeper role, sweeper keeper role, knowing that you do have quick players like your Moremis. You need to be always be in guard, especially when Sihle.
Slid through here for Ndlovu. Chain makes That's the save. Well, scored against Pirates last season. Couldn't stick it away this time around.
I look at the great part they've been played by Dion. That's the man right here in Logo that has been in and out of the game the whole first half, but they forced Chainer to go down a bit quicker to make that save.
Given away by Gianni. This is looking good. Does get the cross in, Moremi, but can't find Maswanganyi. Tajela. Gets it again, wriggles free. Maswanganyi laying it off. Wide of the mark. Some way wide from Moremi, in truth. 12 yards out.
Yeah. You know, look at how the number of bodies there from Golden Arrows. They're unable to clear that ball, but with just a quick and shoot turn from Moremi. Really didn't have much options because inside the box you're forced to kick it a little bit quicker. All you're hoping for is to try and hit the target, as always. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it.
Is that on the cards tonight? Lubitso trying to help Orlando Pirates into a little further lead, and the flag has gone up unnoticed until now by Avangidita.
Yeah, I guess also it comes back again from in the first half where we saw Nova coming out from a high ball. He was unable to get into it, and it was headed over the ball. Look at this incident, a miscue there from Kumana, but look at Nova, the distance that he comes back into. He didn't get that. It's fortunate that Tito there was in an offside position, but the timing there for Nova, really struggling to get into in the end of those high balls. Those are the type of balls that you just punch. You don't want to. You can't try and catch it. And Mutuba does well with that flick, but Tito is in an offside.
Just possessing Siema, holds it across on the turn, step away! Oh, they find the equalizer through a man who just can't stop scoring at the moment. Tukazani Kumalo netted his first ever Arrows goal over the weekend. Now he has the equalizer against one of the superpowers of South African football.
Yeah, Grant, we spoke about the run that Van Roy is going to make, the pressure that's going to put on here. He battles again with Siema, he wins the ball, gets inside the box. Look at the turn there from such composure inside the box, being able to, but the work is being done by Van Roy here. Wins that ball, also applying a little bit of composure as well, but the turn here for Command, that's everything there. We spoke about them going back into the game. They haven't really been playing in Orlando Pirates half, but this goal right here, hard work being put on by Van Roy. That's why he was brought into the game, to be able to run beyond the defensive line of Orlando Pirates, fighting for that ball against Siema, bringing the ball back in, finds himself back into the scoreboard, which is 1-1 now.
And the subs of Mangoba Mliti with repeating as Zimbata goes striding through, looking for Maswanganyi, that sets up. It's in! Batuma restores the lead. They were behind only for a matter of moments. For the half dozen times he's come up against Arrows previously, he's never managed to score. And now he does.
Yeah, Mbatabe done well. Tito is all showing composure, and also Mbutuma not using power, using the ground to his advantage, because the ground, it is very wet, it skips. The ball will move a little bit quicker, but Mbata finding himself at the right space at the right time, not trying to draw a foul, still stayed on his feet, play the ball inside the box. Tito being creative as well. Look, he had so many options, but also the pass as well to Mbutuma. It actually tells you to take the shot first time and use the right part of the foot just to wrap it around and make sure that Nova doesn't have a chance to be able to get into it.
Well, he's netted a couple of times in the Champions League prelim rounds for Orlando Pirates, but finally has his Betway Premiership goal in the colours of the Buccaneers. There's Mufokeng. Floated beautifully to Butuma to wrap it up! Well, Mufokeng will soak in the acclaim from the crowds for that sublime assist. Butuma still had a lot to do and finished expertly.
So you look at the game as well, not enough defensive players from Golden Arrows because he's trying to pile up the game going forward, add more numbers going forward to try and actually get that equalizer. Orlando Pirates, you look at it, was just Mufokeng and Butuma really troubling the two. Look at that, they're just two of them. That's a clever little play, really. That's just Mufokeng playing that ball. But in Butuma as well, good control, good composure inside the box. Yet again, even though he lost his footing, look at the control there, even though he lost his footing, he still had time. Actually, him losing that footing actually deceived Ngobo to be able to score that one. But good composure there being shown by this man here, getting his second on the night.
Really nicely done by Yanela Butuma.
Comes back again to show that what Coach Wadi spoke about earlier into the game. He said this is a 6-pointer for them. They feel like
they scored 3 in the second leg against Limpopo. They scored 3 and then 4 in both outings against Didori, as well as 3 against Stellenbosch. But in terms of the Betway Premier connection with that, Sitole has Kumalo with him and has overcooked that pass. It was a good opportunity for Lamontville Golden Arrows to create what would be a very nervy conclusion to this game from a Pirates perspective.
Exactly, and I think that's one thing that's let them down into this game. Whenever they get into those dangerous areas, it's just that the pass, the weight of the pass doesn't come right, the decision doesn't come right, but they get this as quickly as possible as they can. They work hard in that midfield. They get to a nice game. They let down by that final pass there.
Well, they still haven't given in. Well, not able to be quite as influential as he was against Marumo Gallant a few days ago. That's going to the referee's book. Wasn't happy with the challenge from Bokazi, but a clean challenge. Pirates young centre half. This is now the 6th successive game between these two sides. It has produced 3 or more goals. It's a fixture that when you spot it on the calendar, you should know it's more than likely going to live up to expectations. Van Roy, intercepted by Mbata. Ntajela to Sibisi. Butuma. There's under a minute to bag a hat-trick. Unlikely that he'll see the ball again before the final whistle blows, though. Makwele. Space for Shezi. Sitole. This is Mufokeng. Arrows looking for a consolation. Kumalo. Sitole. Kumalo. Makwele. Shezi. Makwele again. Way by Bukazi, final whistle goes. That's disappointment for Mngomengwiti and Abafana Bestende. That Orlando Pirates depart the King Zwelithini Stadium with 3 points. They return to second on the log. This is their 7th successive win over Le Mans for Golden Arrows, a side that they have dominated over the past few seasons. Job well done in KZN.
Yeah, Orlando Pirates came back to the second half with a substitution that really impacted the game. Masongani having an assist and Batuma scoring 2. For King as well being very, very important in that as well. It shows you the depth of quality within the Orlando Pirates side. It spoke about this, it's being a 6-pointer. They had to dip, especially in the first half, but second half they became better. They controlled the game much better. A very deserving win for Orlando Pirates.
Mwadu's men are now 3 points behind Mamelodi Sundowns, as they were prior to these fixtures. But